Hi and welcome to this live reading from Caging Grace, the Grace Series Book 1 by Carsen Lane, and this is presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Chapter 1. Lizzie, let's go. I'm not going to tell you again. If you make me late for my shift, I'm going to tan your hide, girl. My little sister comes out of her room full of attitude, as usual. We're pretty close, but she has that teenage angst down pat. Since I'm the closest thing she has to a functioning parent, I usually get the brunt of it. Yay me. She heads to the fridge and opens the door, scowls at the lack of contents, and slams it shut. I've got a fight tonight. Mom had an unexpected bill show up, but I promise I'll shop after the fight. I'm sure she can hear the hopelessness and apology in my voice. Hell, she can probably smell the desperation that hangs heavy in the air. It's fine, Grace. I can get breakfast at school. She hates getting in the free breakfast line. It wasn't that long ago I had to use the same line. I know how it slowly eats away at your pride as you walk past the other kids who look down on you for it. We might not have much, but we've got our pride. I sigh and grab my bag and keys. Go give Ma a kiss, and I'll swing us by the McDonald's on 6th Street. Frankie should be working today. Yes! The idea of food cheers her up, and she runs in to kiss our Ma goodbye. Frankie's had a thing for me for years. I hate using it, knowing it's never going to go anywhere, but when it comes to feeding my family, I have no room for guilt. Shame? Yeah, I've always got plenty of room for shame. It burrows down deep in my chest, but I push it aside and head for the bus stop. We get off the stop at McDonald's, and I sigh in relief as I see Frankie's beat-up old pickup in the parking lot. Luckily, it's pretty dead this morning, and we seem to be the only ones here. Go get a seat, and I'll be right there. My sister doesn't need to see me sink so low as to flirt for her breakfast. Hey, Grace, good to see you. You here for breakfast? Why else would I be here? Not for your stimulating conversation, Frank, I think. Then instantly the remorse hits. God, you're such a bitch, Grace. I internally admonish myself and try to give him a genuine smile. I need to get something for Lizzie to eat before school, I say as I pull out all the change in my pocket and try not to look him in the eye. I know he doesn't judge me. Nobody from our neighborhood ever would, but still. Sometimes compassionate looks sting just as much as judgmental ones. Your money is no good here, Grace. You know that. You're going to get in trouble one of these days if you keep feeding strays. Nah. I get to eat for free while working as shift manager, and after smelling it all day, eating it is the last thing I want to do. No use in it going to waste now. He winks and sends me a hopeful smile, and I die a little more inside. If only I could feel something back for Frankie. He's such a good person, which means he would stay far away from me. Thanks, Frankie. He grabs a tray and tosses a few breakfast sandwiches on it. I push one of the sandwiches back toward him. Just one is fine. Grace, you need to eat. I'm fine, really. Just the one. You have a fight tonight, and you'll need your strength. Eat it. He shoves them both in my direction and turns around to keep himself busy in the back. My pride is well known in the neighborhood. I'd pretty much do anything for Ma and Lizzie, but refuse anything for myself. I grab the food and set it in front of my sister. Eat up. I'm late for my shift. Can you make it to school from here? Come on, Grace. Give me a little credit. I'm 15. Pretty sure I can manage 3 blocks. She rolls her eyes at my protectiveness, then rips into her wrapper like a rabid animal. Okay, hurry up and don't be late. Kiss her forehead and grab my backpack, shouting goodbye to Frank on my way out the door. On the bus, I think about my upcoming fight and how I ended up on this one-way track. I think back to the situation that started it all, and I wonder if I had never left that day, and maybe left just an hour earlier, if my life would have taken a different turn. Remember, Grace Ellen, you go directly to the corner store and you come right back home. You don't stop, you don't talk to anyone. You get the food, then you come straight home. I'm trusting you to help with this, yeah? I squinted my eyes as I tried to look up at the giant of a father while the sun glared right into them. Yeah, Da, I know. Straight to store and straight home. No stopping to jabber or nothing. Dad gave me a small smile as he ruffled my hair. He checked the time on his watch and swore under his breath. Okay, little one. Da's got to be off to work now. He pulled out his wallet and my eyes went big. We'd never had much money. This was the first time I got to hold some. I knew it wasn't mine, but buying the food for the family made me feel real grown up, not like the little 10-year-old I was. Show me you deserve my trust, Gracie. I will, Da. I watched as he dropped some folded cash in my little palm. closed my fingers over the money real tight, not wanting to drop any of it. Okay, off I go. Make sure to stop in and check on your ma as soon as you get back. After this fight, I should be able to get the medicine she needs, but until then, just make sure she's fed and warm, yeah? I will, Dad. I'll get the food and keep her warm. Good girl. Okay, off with you. He gave me a gentle shove, and off I went. I walked as fast as my little legs would carry me on the uneven street with more cracks than pavement. I was small for my age, so my legs had to work twice as much as most, but I didn't let it stop me. Every small step filled me with pride. I hated being treated like a baby needing to hold someone's hand and having to be watched all the time. I took a shortcut through a smelly alley. Gugh. I couldn't tell if the smell was old meat or pee, but whatever it was, it smelled like freedom to me. I took a second to close my eyes and feel the warm sun on my face. It was nice to feel the warmth. It had been freezing lately. The kind of cold that sunk deep into your bones and no amount of blankets could get rid of it. I heard horns honking, people yelling, and dogs barking, and I smiled as I got lost in my new world of freedom. Oi, Chris, look what we got here. It's a tiny little waif. As I sped up, I refused to look over at the local wannabe thugs. Only 2 more blocks, and I'd be at the little market. I could make it 2 blocks. Aw, Jimmy, looks like you scared her. Come on, little waif, where you going? I walked as fast as I could, and I was thinking about running, but Da said not to show my fear. I squeezed the money tighter in my hand, and I prayed my legs could make it, even though it felt like they were on fire. I made it to the end of the alley and could see the store. I smiled until someone grabbed the back of my ponytail, and I screamed. It felt like they pulled my hair right out of my head, and my eyes started to water. A dirty hand covered my mouth as I was slammed against one of those boys, so I blindly punched. Chris, looky here, we got us a live one. You let me go right now, I spat after the hand let up. The one named Chris just laughed and sneered down at me. Or what? Or I'm going to tell my Da and he'll kill you. They found this even funnier. Can't tell your Da if you're not breathing now, can you, little waif? The other one hit me in the tummy so hard and fast that I didn't even see it coming. I was on the ground, holding my belly with my free hand while squeezing my other hand tighter around the money. Look, Jimmy, seems like we've hit the jackpot. Open your hand, little waif. Let's see what you got there. Leave me alone, I gasped out, still squeezing my hand shut. Give it to us now or you'll be sorry. I went to scream, but I didn't get a chance before I was sucker punched again. This time I covered my head like my Da taught me. The whole time I kept praying they wouldn't get my money. We needed that money for food, and Ma had to have her medicine. They wouldn't get my money. They'd have to kill me first.